Paul finds in the language of the righteousness of God a clear way to help the Roman Christians and us also understand how God is fulfilling his promise to vindicate his people, to put his people in a right relationship before him. A relationship, a forensic or judicial status. That's what the fundamental issue of the gospel is all about. And the emphasis on everyone who believes, as Paul will develop that in Romans, shows us that what in the Old Testament was promised to Israel as a nation is now extended to all humans who are in Christ. Isaiah and other prophets talked about God's righteousness affecting the people Israel. Now Paul says in the new age of salvation, God's righteousness is found in Christ, and by extension, everyone who belongs to Christ by faith. There is a universalizing of God's righteousness. Hence, at the end of verse 17, Paul stresses the theme that's going to be so important in Romans. This righteousness of God is something we can enjoy, participate in by faith. Faith from first to last. As Habakkuk himself said, it is the righteous who are righteous by faith who will live. That's the way at least I would paraphrase what I think Paul is saying here at the end of verse 17. So, characteristic of Romans and central to the theology of Paul then is this theme of God's righteousness by faith. It's one of the key emphases that we're going to see in the letter to the Romans. It reminds us how fundamental it is that our faith is in all the relationships we enjoy with God in Christ.